It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking hockey. Head to the NHL where the Hurricanes are visiting the Blackhawks. We've got a promo code. The code is FINAL for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Hurricanes road favorites here, -160. Total is 5.5 goals. We've got Scott Rickenbach joining us, who was the #1 capper on picksandparlays.net for hockey all of last season. Scott, what's your initial take on this Canes and Blackhawks game?
Well, it's an interesting matchup. The situational aspects of this matchup are what make it quite intriguing. And for me, it makes it tough to call the side here because the thing is the Hurricanes are off a big win over Tampa Bay. They're battling with Tampa Bay for the top spot in this division. And of course, the Lightning hoisted the Stanley Cup last year. So that was a huge win for the Hurricanes. That would make this a good spot to back the Blackhawks on their home ice, and they're a home dog here, pretty sizable. If I was going to play the side, that probably would be the only way I would look, because I also did like the fact that Chicago battled back. They were down 2-0 in their last game, got 2 third-period goals to make it very interesting. They did end up ultimately losing 3-2, but that was to a red-hot Nashville team, and no real shame in that. And the point is, Chicago did show battle there in that game. But rather than the side here, what I'm looking at is the total. And the first thing I want to mention about this total is kind of a little golden nugget that you guys could tuck away for the future with your betting. And of course, nothing is certain in this business. We all know that, but this is just a little edge that I like to use. And with this particular game, we saw some 6 on this total. Now, we're making this recording, of course, about 24 hours in advance of the game, but of course, the lines are out. They come out the day before. And looking at this total, there were some 6s out there. And that includes at sharp books like Pinnacle and Heritage. Heritage is a smaller offshore book. The reason I mention this, guys, is because when you see a book go to a 6, and most books, other books are holding at 5.5, and when it's a book that's more known for sharp action, which Heritage and Pinnacle are like that, you want to take notice of that. They're basically encouraging you, hey, if you want the under, come here, we'll give you a 6. The reason they're doing that, they think the game has a decent chance not only of getting to 6, which would be a push, which is not really what they want, but that it could go to 7 or more, and they're going to take that extra money. They're giving you the 6 for a reason, is the point I'm making. Now, again, nothing is foolproof in this business, but the point is, I just want to point that out for you guys to always keep in mind, because that applies to all sports. When you're looking at sharp books and they have a slightly different number than anybody else, it's for a reason. And again, that doesn't mean that that's going to cash 70% of the time. Of course, it doesn't work that way. And I never look at that as a reason to make a play. But if I already like something and then I see something like that, it actually piques my interest a little bit more. And in this case, these teams have played 3 times this season. All 3 games totaled 7 or more goals. They've averaged 8 goals, so they've all been overs. Lankinen has been playing better in goal lately for Chicago, but he has struggled against Carolina. The Hurricanes get a ton of scoring opportunities against them, but don't count out the Blackhawks at home. They average 3.5 goals per game when they're on their home ice. I know they didn't score well against Nashville, but keep in mind, Carolina coming off a big win over Tampa Bay. They gave a lot of effort in that against the Stanley Cup champs. Could be a little bit lacking in defensive intensity for this one for Carolina. So Chicago will take advantage. They've got enough skilled players up front to take advantage. And I'm looking for this game to easily go over. It's nice that we have a total of 5.5. In my opinion, that's a great value. And I'm going over that total for the free pick here.
Yeah, definitely really interesting stuff there, along with great hockey analysis as always. That's going to do it for our hockey talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Scott Rickenbach as always. Scott, thanks for joining us.